guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I can wear blue today. I wore red yesterday. I wore red earrings, a red shirt, and red shoes, and black and white pants to go vote because I was worried to death. Worried to death. I'm really worried, but I'm gonna turn it over to Jesse. And we gotta say this: the Pulse has the youngest DJ in the world. We probably have the youngest co-host in the world. How old are you?
17.
17. So see, he and Holland are the same age. Okay, you're not only going to co-host today, you're going to talk politics, which is something that I'm super, super, super disappointed in the fact that 7% of registered voters came out to vote.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
It's crazy to me, y'all. The library and ball ground is right there, right in town. It is so simple to get in your car, to get on your shoes, to walk to town, to drive to town, to crawl to town, to vote, because your vote counts. And have you ever heard the old saying, if you don't vote, you can't gripe?
Yeah, you know, and that came, I think that joke came from the governor of Alabama.
Well, of course it did. Of course it did.
And you talk about a conservative Republican.
Yes, yes. We are celebrating today that the candidate we both voted for, or you didn't get to vote, but I did, but you sure pushed a lot of votes his way. Rick Jackson is going to facing something that just scares me to death. I left Atlanta years and years and years ago. And it wasn't because of prejudice, it was because of crime. Years and years ago, Atlanta was crime ridden. When you live in the Morningside community, which is was 56 years ago, it was a very affluent, very nice, very safe community where you put your baby in the baby stroller and you walked it down to Ansley Mall and you stopped at the Hickory House and got some barbecue and you walked back up the hill to your house and you felt really safe and good. That's not the Atlanta we know today.
I never really knew that Atlanta.
Oh,
it was
boy,
never,
it was awesome.
It's always been
crime-ridden.
Yeah.
You
know? But the governor he's going to face left Atlanta when it was in flames and just stopped. And she wants to do that to Georgia. I'm pretty sure that's going to be her goal.
Please, Lord Jesus, y'all think about this election. I don't care if you're an independent, a Democrat, a Republican. I don't care if you've never voted in your life. I think the two elections facing at Atlanta, number one, and Georgia, it's the most important in my lifetime. And I'm old. Y'all know I'm old. But I have voted every single election since the day I could legally vote. But I have never, ever thought that we were facing something so important. I still live in Georgia. I did flee Atlanta, but I fled Atlanta because of crime, not because of anything else. And I'm so tired of people trying to play the race card. I am so tired of it. I have some amazing black friends. I have some amazing Chinese friends. I have some amazing Spanish friends. I have some amazing all kinds of friends. But we have to get together. If you are legal and you are in the United States and you have the right to vote and you have become a citizen, I have friends from South Africa who were missionaries in South Africa. The family was for years and years and years. And they speak British, the proper English because that's their nationality, but now they are United States citizens. Those are the people that we need to get to look at America and look at America well, because we're supporting and we are saying red, white, and blue today. Be a true American. If you just got your citizenship, be a true American. If you've been a citizen all of your life, look at the red, white, and blue and honor it. And honor it. So today you're going to see this show is dedicated to Mr. Ellijay, because 4 years ago, it's crazy, y'all. 4 years ago, he walked into this studio for the first time. And my favorite thing is just to grab my phone and record stuff. And you do it all the time too. So I have caught him in some weak moments, some crazy moments, some talented moments, some funny as heck moments. And so we're going to share some of that with y'all today. I like to never found the stuff with him in a red, white, and blue shirt because I wanted him to be honoring what we're honoring today, which is the red, white, and blue. The red, white, and blue stands for America. Okay.
That looks good.
That man is going to face Keisha Lance Bottoms. Tell me, as a 17-year-old, how do you see her as a politician?
I see her as wanting a paycheck and nothing for the people of the state. Now, if you go and listen to him, he truly does want something for the people. He's not in it for a paycheck. He already has enough money, and he's told me he sat down with God and said, "How much do I need?" And then he gives the rest to charities. That's why when Burt Jones asked him the question, "How much have you spent over the last whatever?" He's like, "I don't know. I spend all of it to different charities and nonprofit." That man is built for Georgia, and he'll be Trump's favorite governor, just with a Southern tone.
Yeah, well, I hope so. You know, I had some questions about him. I voted for him. I had some questions, and I made a statement to one of his campaign workers. I said, if you can't control your wife, how you going to control the state of Georgia? And they laughed, and I laughed, because sometimes your wife votes differently. Now, this is a tribute that we're going to play. We're going to actually play all those music, and we're going to play some of this stuff because Uncle John Tinsley is going to be 89 this week, and there's going to be a little celebration for him. And so we've got some footage that we're going to show that was taken right here on the set. He was here. This is when Trace and I think Aaron first started. So we're going back to the anniversary of Mr. Ellijay walking on the set. We're going back to the day that Trace and Aaron came in here and Donovan taught them a little bit about the ropes of running a TV station. And we're going to talk about their voting age, Trace's voting age. You know, you're not yet, but you're being groomed to vote the way I've always voted. A conservative, die-hard conservative. And you can be a Republican or you can be an independent, but just vote conservative. And don't give America away. We've given a lot of America away to Somalians who have, how much have they found now? 69
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Million, billion, some ungodly number that has been stolen from America. America, the red, white, and blue is ours. It is ours because we were born here. We grew up here. We have supported her. We proudly hold that flag. And I want everybody today to get out and put a flag in front of your yard. If you don't do anything but go to the Dollar General and get you a $1.50 flag, put it out in your yard today.
Yeah.
And support America, because Rick Jackson, whether you voted for him this time or not, and to my friend Joe McCutcheon, I love you, but I got tickled because occasionally he backs somebody who doesn't win. And Joe was backing the other guy. I hope that Joe will throw his support to Rick Jackson, because as conservatives, we need to gather the flock and we need to beat Keisha Lance Bottoms.
Yeah, that's right.
Period.
That's
I mean,
right.
end of story.
Even if you're a Democrat and you see something wrong in this election, you can vote Republican and Democrat.
Right.
If you wanted to vote for your, I don't know, maybe your the commissioner, the Democrat. If you wanted to, you can vote for him, and then you can vote Governor Rick Jackson.
Right.
They're all on the same ballot that's going around.
Right.
So I encourage you to read on Rick and vote on Rick. What you were saying about the money is, I like it what Senator Kennedy said from Louisiana. I don't know why we pay countries to hate us. They should be able to hate us for free during the Joe Biden administration.
Absolutely, absolutely. And today, gas was $3.46 in Jasper. I don't know what it was up here. I didn't even pay any attention. But it was funny last night on the news, and I'm not a big fan of the big worldly news, because they were saying, oh, gas is still at $4.06, and I wanted to send him a message and say, dummy, get in your car and come to Georgia. It's $3.46. It's $3.46. And I was just like getting in that. I know why Elvis shot his TV out, because sometimes people say stuff and you're like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? We have a chance to save America, and it is to rally together, to rally the troops. Speaking of troops, did you watch the special, the 250th anniversary, the fight at the White House?
That was so cool.
It was amazing.
As a Republican, we loved it, but the Democrats, they definitely did not like that.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cool to watch. It's the 250th birthday.
Yeah.
He's the president of the United States. If
Yeah.
he wants to fight on the lawn, let him
Yeah.
have a fight. You
Yeah.
know? No
And
big
can
deal.
we just say that he didn't pay for it? The United States didn't pay for it.
It didn't come out of our
what's his
tax
name?
dollars.
Dana White. Yeah.
It came out of
Wrote the check, paid for it.
It came out of the people that goes and watches those who
Right.
said, "Hey, let's do
Right.
this."
Let's
you know?
do this.
It didn't come out of our taxpayer dollars, you
Right.
know. And July 4th, 4th of July, I think they're going to have a race around the.
Right, they
around
are.
it.
It's going to be
And
a Grand Prix race. It is crazy, y'all, what they're doing with the White House. And Scott's, the grass people, have donated $1 million to make sure that the grass is all back in place and that everything is perfection at the White House when all of this is over with. So American companies are stepping up and saying, we want to honor America in their 250th birthday. So
that's right.
Right now, we're going to honor a very special man. His name is Mr. Ellijay. His name's really Dwight Amon Sanford. And y'all know him, you love him. You either know him and love him, or you know him and you're like, I don't know about that guy. But we love him, and we want to honor him today because we found some old footage, and one of the things was him over here at the piano. He says, no, I don't play the piano, but he was over here playing the piano. And then Donovan sat down, and Donovan was playing the piano. And I think about the people that we have brought together at ETC. It's so funny how birds of a feather flock together. Most of us think alike.
Yeah.
Most of us are conservative. Actually, I don't know the last time somebody who wasn't walked down that hall, now that I think about it. But, you know, think about it. Just look at America. Give our conservative candidates a chance. And we fought hard. You and I both love Charlie Paris.
Yes.
And
yes.
Charlie was reelected. But last night, Charlie got a little help because he also, a gentleman he was a colonel in the military. He's a very, very well-known businessman and a great businessman, but he's a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Christian.
Yep.
So Gilmer County, thank you very much.
Gary Engel.
Voted Gary Engel. Yeah. So it was a good night for Gilmer County. Now, I love Philip Milam. You were going the other way. We didn't agree on everything. But again, we had two great men up there running. And you know, I can say there were several elections that there were two good guys running, and I was thinking, I wish you weren't running against each other and you weren't doing all the mudslinging you're doing. Mm-hmm. I hope, and I'm praying, that Burt Jones will throw in with Rick Jackson and support him.
If he doesn't, I'd be really shocked because I'd be really shocked because somebody who talked about being a conservative.
Yeah.
I would think you would go with the conservative candidate, but I
hope that he does. I hope that everybody just gets back in the sandbox and starts playing together and getting the bucket of sand, and instead of pouring sand in your face, says, hey, let's build a castle.
Yeah, and that's something that the Democratic Party has on the Republican Party. Mm-hmm. You never see them throwing mud. Mm-hmm. They're always together. They're always thinking, how can we do this?
That's the only thing good we can say.
Yeah, literally. We as the Republican Party need to get together, build a bond, and get back in it. I think Rick will try to do that while he's sitting in the governor's mansion when he gets elected. But back on the Philip Milam and Will Wade, Philip called Will after the election, and they talked, and Will said, well, I hope we can be opponents today and friends tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And that was an election where I wish, I wish them two would have ran for something else.
Yeah,
I mean,
not against each other. Mm-hmm. Both of them could have had a place.
Good Christian men live here in this district. Philip was raised in Fannin. Will was raised in Dawsonville. Mm-hmm. Great men. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to go that way. You wanted to go that way, but hey, it didn't get between us.
Yeah, we're here. Yeah. So today, we salute you, Dwight Amon Sanford. He's a conservative. He's a crazy man, but he will tell you the red, white, and blue is true. And so we're going to share some photos with y'all today, and we're going to share some music. So just sit back and let's see what Trace is going to throw at us.
Get your apples.
There is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Okay.
No, it sounds funny because you just can't stand the pain.
Lady,
Here you go.
Okay, hold up. It was raining hard in Frisco. I needed one more fare to make my night. Lady up ahead waved to flag me down. She got in at the light. I said, where you going to, my lady blue? It's a shame you ruined your gown in the rain. She just looked out the window. She said, 16 Parkside Lane. That's where I live, 16 Parkside Lane.
Are you kidding?
Seriously. A lonely child, alone and wild, a cabinet maker's son, whose hands were meant for different work, and his heart was known to none. He left his home and went his own and solitary way, and gave to me a gift I know I never can repay. A quiet man of music, denied a simpler fate. He tried to be a soldier once, but his music wouldn't wait. He left it off. I earned his love through discipline, a thundering velvet hand. His gentle means of sculpting souls took me years to understand. The leader of the band is tired, and his eyes are growing old, but his blood runs through my instruments, and his song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just the living legacy to the leader of the band. Now this.
Well, guess who that is? That is Mr. Ellijay. Today we salute you. 4 years of playing your music on ETC. And folks love this music. Now, we all have our favorites. I love Mountain Life. It's probably my favorite. There's the Mountain Life. This is my favorite photo you're going to see in just a second I've ever taken in the North Georgia mountains, and it is truly a place of peace. There it is. That's my favorite photo ever. Doesn't that look like you're just walking into the most peaceful, amazing place in the world? That is right here on Tales Creek in Gilmer County. There are so many of you who moved to the area, and that, I'm saluting my friends who have on red, and that is my friend Ray DeLuca. He's been a disc jockey for years and years and years. He worked for the state of Georgia. He's an amazing cancer survivor, and I love that man dearly. And he has fought, beat cancer, beaten it again and again and again. And his little grandson was diagnosed with cancer at 2, and sadly he passed away last year. And so we see cancer come and go. Now this is the craziest, stubbornest old coot in the world, and everybody loves him. So he is so funny. Ed Forrester, y'all know him, you love him. He was a trucker, he had a band, he played music, he sang, and somebody told him once upon a time, you should do a CD. Well, he never did, and he never did, and he never did, and finally Dwight produced one for him. If you can pick a guitar, if you can sing, get out there and share it with people. You know, whether you go to the old folks' home and do it, whether you go up on stage and do it, if you've got a talent and it came out of these mountains and you've got that mountain music sound, get out there and share it. And we were at a Lions Club event, and they were giving of their time. There's that crazy man. Now, you love his music, don't you?
Oh, yeah, he's great. I actually listened to some on the way here, Southern Lights.
Oh, yeah, Southern Lights. That's one of my favorite. And when we think about, you come out of these mountains, if you've been here all your life, you go places and you think, well, I want something different, but you come back to these beautiful mountains and you just fall in love with them. So if you're visiting, if you haven't watched us before and you're watching us on YouTube, come and visit. From Ball Ground to Turtle Town, there's so much to see. There's so many amazing people in our communities. There are the older folks, the newer folks, the younger folks. There are those who are going to take our place, and we hope that we have taught them a little bit about respecting the mountains, conserving the mountains, preserving the mountains, and loving that. And this is a painting that I've had for 35, 36 years. This was done by a very, very special lady from Alabama. And that is, as I remember America, the Vietnam era, as we were putting yellow ribbons up, hoping that the prisoners of war would come home. Anne painted that painting, and I absolutely love it. I've got it out. I'm going to get it framed after many, many years of not having it framed. And it just reminds me of our flag and supporting our military who are fighting around the country for us. And if you've just got enough money to buy you a couple of small flags, buy you a couple of small flags.
Yeah.
And please put a flag out in your yard. Please honor this great nation, because red, white, blue. Now this, Dr. Perot, and for everybody, I'm just going to throw this out at everybody in the media who mispronounces his name is Dr. Perot. And I've heard it misspoken 3 times now in other areas. Dr. Perot, y'all take a lesson. It's Dr. Perot. Dr. Perot. You're not getting it right. You're not saying it right. He was my doctor. I love the man dearly. This is a park named in honor of him in Jasper. Went there and visited it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Now, where is this? This was at the White House. This was a lot of people, and this was at the event that was probably, they said 80,000 people plus 4,600 people had tickets to the fight. That's a lot of people gathering together to honor our nation. Can we please get together? The election is over. You might have made somebody mad. You might have voted against somebody, da-da-da-da-da. Let's get over it and let's move on and let's do the red, white, and blue and the true. That was my favorite part of the whole thing. When that eagle flew down there in that woman's arm, she caught it, I was like, are you kidding me? I'd have had a heart attack. I would have had a heart attack. But is that eagle not, that represents America, the land of the free because of the brave. It is time that we honor America. 250 years old. That's older than me, Jesse.
Yeah, me too.
That's older than me. This is in Florida, and they had this huge golf cart parade, and all the old geezers, the mountains are the only place that holds old geezers, had a whole bunch of people down there, and they honored America.
Look, that's Charlie Kirk.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Cool.
Wow. But that's what we should be honoring. We should be honoring those who gave it all, who gave up their life so we could live a great and a grand old life in this nation. And as we celebrate 250 years, get you a flag. Get you some patriotism.
Yeah. You know, we would look just like that, except we wouldn't have golf carts. We would have old cars.
Yeah, yeah, that would be really cool. That would be really cool. Yeah, but it is time. Salute our country, honor our country. And it's like the Grand Prix race that's going to be at the White House. I'm sure there'll be static over that too. But again, the grass is going to go back. It's going to be fixed. Everything's going to be wonderful.
We're not paying for it.
Nope. And the people who left there, now that's my way of honoring the United States. And I called my broker, and they had done the VPR logo in red, white, and blue. And I thought, oh man, that's perfect. So celebrate America. Celebrate America. We are so great. We are such an amazing, amazing nation full of wonderful, wonderful people of all nationalities, red, white, and blue. You know, I change the windows up at the building in Ball Ground all the time as the occasions happen. And it's great to honor the United States of America. Get out your red, white, and blue. You've got some red, white, and blue dishes. You've got some flowers, red. Get it out and honor our country, because I think she deserves it. This is my favorite thing, y'all. I saw this on YouTube last night. I prefer not to think before speaking. I like being just as surprised as everyone else what comes out of my mouth. After doing live TV for all these years, never scripted, never know what in the heck's going to come out of my mouth. That, I need that T-shirt, but I want it in red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
I want it in red, white, and blue, so I thought that was funny as heck. But speak up, say your piece, and this, Shenandoah, what a great night. We're going to be at Anderson Music Hall. Shenandoah will be there Friday night. I gave away a bunch of tickets. If you won the tickets, they will be waiting for you with your name on an envelope at will call. Just go up to the Georgia Mountain Fair window and say, hey, my name is so-and-so and so, and Sherry Martin's got me tickets here at will call. And a lot of people will be seeing Shenandoah. That's American music.
Yeah.
And we're honoring America today. It is time that we stood up, we spoke up, and we said, yes, she's grand. Look at that.
I like
know what that
sticker.
is?
Jackson action, baby.
Yeah, that's my truck, and I got tickled because last night I had told somebody, I said, if he loses, I got to get that sticker off my bumper.
You can keep it on there for 4 more years.
Yeah, I hope. We'll see. Now, we're looking at America differently, and that I have the most precious, precious neighbors, and one of the neighbors brought me those 2 weeks ago, and they still look beautiful. They still look beautiful 2 weeks later. It's crazy, but she knows I love yellow roses, and I do love yellow roses. Yellow rose is a sign of friendship, and this was me yesterday. I had red earrings. You see my earrings? Red shirt, and I didn't stick my feet up there, but I had on red shoes. So exercise your right to vote. Please do not sit out another election, y'all. When I heard the number that 7% of registered voters even went to vote, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, in Giltman County, we didn't have a big turnout in Charlie's race, but this runoff was huge. I was out there Friday watching. There were so many more people, so I'm proud of Gilmer. Great job.
Yeah.
Way to get out there after not showing up. Way to go back out there.
Yeah.
But it's all right. Exercise it. Do it.
Yeah.
And you can't, like you said, you can't gripe if you don't vote.
That's it. That's it. And when we think about, okay, this is Perot Park. Perot. Do y'all hear how I say that? Perot. Dr. Perot. If he was your doctor, that's how you said it. You'd say, I got to call and make me an appointment with Dr. Perot. You did not say it the way these other, I've heard it wrong 3 times. Okay, this is the view from Perot Park. To me, they have captured something that I have loved since I was 17 years old. The first time I saw Sharp Top, I fell in love with it. I'm happy as long as I can see Sharp Top. And from downtown Jasper at Perot Park, you can see Sharp Top. So you got a reason to get happy. So get happy.
There you go.
Get happy and get out there. And they're going to be having concerts and things going on. One thing that I'm a little bit worried about, it's just down the end of the street in downtown Jasper. Downtown Jasper looks amazing, and there we went to the Mule House last night, but the Mule House on Monday and Tuesday is not really the Mule House. They have a pop-up hamburger place. Oh gosh, those hamburgers were good. Holy cow.
I like hamburgers.
They were amazing, and wow, it was so good. And I wanted to show some friends the inside of that building because that was Lawson Chevrolet. How American can you get than Lawson Chevrolet?
Where's your tag?
It's somewhere, yeah. Lawson Chevrolet is the most American business in the world, and that's where Lawson Chevrolet actually had a place there in the 1920s, and now it's the Mule House. So we wanted to share how important it is to maintain the structures that we are left with, those old buildings. Bring them back to life. And I love what they've done with the walls there. They exposed the brick and they just made it beautiful. So if you're thinking about, I kind of like that building, but how much work would it take? Well, number one, it takes a lot of work. But number two, the reward is this beautiful building.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. It's awesome. And there again, the exposed brick, and then they did the ceiling, and it was pretty cool. And yeah, that was probably one of the best hamburgers I've had in a long, long time. And mine, Jesse, it was loaded with chili and onions. So if I smell like an onion today. And there, who is that group of people?
So that's me, Barbara Paris, Charlie Paris, Gary Engle's wife, Katie, his daughter, And then that's Miss Biggs and Jason Biggs. Now the two on the left are proud sponsors of the high school highlight show. But this group right here, when we sat there, we was looking at the polls, and I was getting updates from the campaign, from 2 campaigns, and I called it. It was over.
Yeah.
It was over because they all submitted it. Gary Engel won. And
how big did he win by? Do you remember?
He won, I think Danny won 3 precincts out of 13. And Gary won the rest. So, I mean, just look, I ain't got nothing against Danny.
Oh, I think either one of them were great candidates. But I think with his military career, I would have voted for him if I lived in Georgia. I mean, if I lived in Gilmer County, I'd vote for him.
You look at the 3 commissioners sitting, all 3 of them endorsed Mr. Engel. And so that says a lot. And I know Charlie was really happy.
And as we honor red, white, and blue today, we could not leave candy out because this is candy. This is the reason that I know Dwight Sanford and the fact that he's been here for 4 years. The poor man got rooked into driving me in a parade 4 years ago, and it's been ever since. I'll call him and say, hey, I need you to do this. Hey, I need you to write a song. Hey, I need you to record that song. Hey, you know that song you did? Are you finished altering it, changing it, switching it up? Give it back to me. I want to play it again. That's the music man. So today we honor the music of the mountains. We honor the people of the mountains. Thank you for those who did come out to vote. I wish everybody had come out to vote. I wish that you had taken more interest in our country and in our community. It starts in the community, and that's what we're going to talk about when we get back. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the fact that it starts today, the election for November, and I know you don't want to hear it because you're tired of seeing commercials, but in your heart, make a phone call. Tell your friends, get ready, get prepared. Let's support this candidate.
That's
and
right.
Start today. So we'll talk about that when we come back.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
If you or your business are looking for local advertising opportunities, we have sponsorships available for new programming coming soon on ETC3. Contact us at 706-697-5591.
See us anytime you can.
ETC is connected to our community. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events, connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections and fast, reliable internet. Visit etcnow.com today.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Okay, Jesse, we're up against it. 7% of the state of Georgia showed up to the polls. We are up against it. So we've got to get some help, and we've got to get some help fast. And there's a song that says, help is on the way. Oh, the phone's ringing. Wait a minute. Hello? Yes, sir. Yes? I'll be happy to take that call. Don Jr.?
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were on your honeymoon. Your daddy's not calling because he's at the G7, he's flying back? Oh, I got you. But you're calling, so it must be important. Oh, you want everybody to get together. I saw your endorsement for Rick Jackson. Yes, I did. Yes, sir. I was reading it last night. Yes, yes. Yes, sir. I understand. Yes, I know you're Don Jr., so you think like Don Sr. Yes, sir. I know that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I want you to talk to Jesse, and I want you to tell him, what can we do to gather the flock? Because we're a little bit nervous. In Georgia, we only had 7% turnout. So can you give Jesse a little advice? Hold on just a second. Hang on.
Hello. We need everybody to get out and vote. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If they don't get out and vote, Georgia could be on fire.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have our mountain town.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We'd look like Atlanta.
Oh, no, no, no. Ooh,
yes,
ooh.
sir. We need to get out and vote.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
One more thing. Can I do this? Can you like record this and send it to your dad? Okay. Quite frankly, Burt Jones didn't win, but we're supporting Rick Jackson, Action Jackson. Get out and vote for Rick, 100%. Toodaloo. You have a good one. Toodaloo.
I love it. Yes, yes, yes. It was funny because the endorsements came in like they came in. Number one,
72
Rick Jackson.
hours.
Yes. Rick Jackson had not even thrown his hat in the ring when President Trump supported Burt Jones. And I understand that he supported him, and I'm all for it because I trust my president. But at the same time, sometimes you have to look at all the candidates and say, maybe there's a better candidate there. One of the things that Rick Jackson, I don't even know his age. What is it? How old is he? Do you know?
Oh, I think he's somewhere in his 60s.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Then he's been rode hard and put up wet. I thought he was older. I said that. Don't y'all tell a soul I said that. He looks tired some days. See, the president's 80, and the president doesn't look tired to me.
Rick, I think he's just so fed up with the fake news, because if you go back, and I did this actually, because I've seen it. I went from his first campaign picture to his second one. Actually, I didn't even go to the first one. I went to the one in Jasper, Georgia, when I went and met him.
Right. At Appalachian Gun. Yeah.
That day, that's when all the rumors started. That's when everybody started just going throat at each other. He looked so happy, and now he's serious because the people are believing the lies.
Yeah.
But it turns out that y'all didn't believe those lies. Y'all had us fooled. But Rick won, and we are just so happy. But like Donald Trump Jr. said, this state could end up in fire like Atlanta did when she was mayor.
Oh yeah.
And we don't want that. We want to keep our mountain town and our mountain values and
right.
And this great TV
our Georgia
show.
Values. Georgia thinks differently. We're a little different folks. Now, I love Alabama. I've always said if I could choose anywhere else to live, it would certainly be Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, and everybody in Alabama is just laid back, easy. They don't get the sweat and the big stuff. They just good people in Alabama. Georgia was like that for a long time, and then the movie industry came to Georgia. And that's when we started going purple, and that shirt looks a little purple. You might have to throw that shirt away. It's a pretty shirt, but it almost looks purple.
I thought it was red. It might be maroon. I don't know.
Yeah, it's maroon.
Y'all let us know.
It's
Is
maroon.
It red, purple,
no, it's
maroon?
But I get tickled because yesterday I'm sitting there and I'm just flipping through channels trying to find out what's going on. And this candidate in Fulton County, and that's a word I don't say much, but Fulton County, this candidate was supported by Fonnie Willis. And I'm going, what? And you're bragging about that? You want people to vote for you because she is supporting you? Are you crazy? One of the biggest nuts in politics and one of the craziest women ever to be in any kind of legal field was actually supporting her. And I thought, chick, that's going to lose you the election.
Yeah.
You are known by the company you keep. Keep good company. check out the people you're voting for and make your heart's choice. But I hope that you will get together, and I hope that Burt Jones, Rick Jackson, I hope they get together. I hope that anybody who can save Georgia will come together, and there will be a red wave.
Yeah.
There will be a red wave.
And I'll tell you this, and I don't like to put
He's 17, y'all. He's 17, but he cares about our country.
I do, I really do, and that's why I got into politics how I did. But I'll put it to you like this: Rick Jackson, he didn't just beat Burt Jones.
Right.
He beat Governor Brian Kemp endorsement. He beat Donald Trump's endorsement. Now, Rick Jackson has spoke polite about both of those men.
Right.
And he loves them both. He's quote unquote, he will be Trump's favorite governor, just with a Southern tone.
Yeah.
But in COVID, who did Donald Trump call to help?
Oh,
Rick Jackson.
amoxicillin. We would not have the medical help we have if Rick Jackson had not saved and bought the factory and manufactured himself for us to be able to have a penicillin product that had been produced in China. Think about this. Do we want to ingest everything in our body that came from China?
No.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So when he did that, that's when I really started paying attention. And I thought, yeah, still don't understand some of the family dynamics, but I'll get over it. I voted for him. I'll vote for him again. I will support him. No, I ain't got time to go knock on doors, y'all. Quit calling me. Every 5 minutes I was getting a call. Can you help? Can you help? I said, look, I'm on TV talking about you. That's all I can do. That's all I can do for you. But when we think about, my friend David Ralston would be sitting here the day after election, and we would be talking, and he would be saying, from the shores of the ocean in Georgia to the tip of the mountains in Georgia, we are all Georgians, and we love Georgia. If you really love the state that we are in today, and you want it to remain sane, then you need to really look. And if you're a Democrat, we welcome you to vote Republican.
Yes, absolutely.
We love that. I have some friends who said Joe Biden did one thing I thought could never be done. They flipped me from a Democrat to a Republican, and I was like, what? And they said, we voted Trump. And I said, thank God. So people have come to their senses, and we still have that little, I'll just say, in every community, there's 20 or 30 stink stirrers, and that's the word I'm going to use instead of the word that I would normally. But that shirt said it all. But stink stirrers always stir up and stir up and stir up and stir up.
We have a lot here in Gilmer County and like to do that with our
and we have about 20 to 30 in Ball Ground do the same thing. We have about 20 to 30 in Fannin County. There's that little group that and it's crazy. Just be good, be sweet, be nice, be kind, and talk to your neighbors. And if they don't believe the way you and I talked about the Will and the Philip thing, and we talked about it.
Yeah. Do you notice how those people now there's one here that will get up and speak.
Keyboard warriors.
Keyboard warriors. I mean, Facebook all day long just going at it, and it's just like.
And it's like, I want to say, go to Waffle House and get you a job.
Yeah.
Go to Waffle House and get you a job.
And then to be honest with you, they say they're if they clock their hours, I think they're working for the people in Minnesota. They're getting paid to cause ruckus. I think one of them here is actually getting paid to do it. And I think she or him, I'm not going to say nothing because heaven forbid she'll be in here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably is getting paid to do it. And Charlie Paris is not putting up with it this time. I know Gary's not going to put up with it. I know Carlene's to the point where she ain't going to put up with it.
Right.
It's just, we got to stop. And in the Bible, it says to support your elected officials. So that doesn't mean you go on here mudslaying. That means pray for them. That's what you can do. Whether you support them or not, if you're a Christian, like you claim to be, do that.
Pray for them.
That's right. Now, I'll tell you this, though. The Senate race. If you voted for Philip Milo, I'm asking you to vote for Will Wade, because the Democrat that is running against Will Wade is all talk, no bark. He's disrespectful. He thinks he has a chance. He has his britches. His pants are too big, is what I was trying to say there. He thinks he has this in the bag. Now, Will is a conservative. He grew up here in this district. He worships here. He has kids here. He raises a family. He loves North Georgia. He and I hope that you get out and vote for Will.
Have we ever had a Democrat represent
I don't think
North
we
Georgia?
have, because I'll tell you a story.
If it ain't broke, don't fix
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
I'll tell you the story real quick. So we went up to the Fannin debate. Philip, Will, and Gary St. Lawrence was up there. Well, the Fannin Rebel TV guy accidentally put the wrong logo. He put the Republican logo on the live stream and not the chamber. Never had a Democrat run for something, so he didn't think about that. And so you could tell Gary got mad a little bit. And now I think it was all fine there, but I think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, that's how Georgia is right now. And I think Johnny Chastain's here, and I think him and Will be able to work together. And
that's what it takes. You have to find somebody that you have common ground with.
Yeah, and when you
have to.
And when you say something about my main man, Johnny Chastain, to me last night, that said he wasn't proud of his voting record, or he's not doing a lot. That doesn't set well with me. So I'm not the big fan of him, because I fully support Johnny Chastain in anything he does.
Well, and this fall, Rick Jaspers, who has done a great job for North Georgia. Rick Jaspers actually has an opponent who's actually run one time again. And I questioned that, and I said, okay, what do you get out of running if you are doing it again and again, and you don't muster up any energy? You just keep hitting that mark, that low mark, that low mark, that low mark. Why do you continue doing it? And somebody told me, they said, do you understand that they get to keep the election money and they can do something? And I was like, so I don't really understand the dynamics of it, so I don't even want to go there. But I said, what's in it for you if you get out there and you do that? I look at Rick Jaspers, and Lord have mercy, what that man has done for North Georgia. And he and David Ralston worked side by side, and he so respected David. And I said, that's what we need. We need another David Ralston. And it looks like Rick Jaspers is going to have to be the man to stand up for North Georgia and say, y'all, gather these good people together and let's work for North Georgia. But let's work, for, like David said, from the mountains to the shore of the sea. Let's work for all of Georgia.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's work for all of Georgia.
That's right. And this Senate seat is very important because we're filling a shoe, and the guy's name was Steve Gooch, and he truly did fight for us here.
Oh, yeah.
And he fought very hard.
I wish he'd stayed where he was. Can I just say that? I wish, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I wish you'd stayed where you were.
Yeah. He wanted to run for lieutenant governor. He wanted to work for the state. He didn't win that one. But I'm excited to see what God has in plan for him now after this election when he gets out.
And today, let's run to Cherokee County for a minute. Will Cagle, who is one of our commissioners in Cherokee County, great guy, lost his dad this week, and his service, I think, is today. I believe it's today. But I looked at the picture of the obituary, and you talk about a son and a daddy looking alike. Oh my gosh! And Will Cagle is that kind of man. He was elected by the people, and it was the people who want to maintain a conservative Cherokee County. Now, Cherokee County's going in multiple lanes, and Will Cagle is that conservative, thoughtful, take care of business kind of guy. And when I saw his dad's obituary, and I was like, man, they look alike, you know. So the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and that's what, you know, we need to keep growing and building from our past. And our past has been a pretty good history.
Yeah, yes it has. I think we just really, truly have to get out and vote. I think Georgia tends to jump back from a red and blue state. I think we're truly a red state.
It's
just, it's the
occasionally.
It's the rural counties that just don't get out and vote for some reason.
Yeah, we've got to.
I never understood why you wouldn't. But, you know, the people that don't get out and vote are the same people who are sitting at home griping. You know, like probably some of Keisha voters are getting out and griping, you know. And you know, there's so many people in Cherokee and in Atlanta that try to influence our elections up here.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
And we're not interested in
No,
that.
we're not.
It's not what we're looking for. No.
The people that ran this go around was wanting the people of North Georgia, not them Atlanta people. We don't care.
Well, this sign, Rick didn't win big, but he won, and this is important. This is important, and so I want you to pay attention to this. We have until November, so kind of take a break from politics now. But as we're taking a break, I want you to get on the phone and in conversations, and whoever you talk to, say, just remember, yes, hello.
Vote Rick.
Vote Rick. In conversations, just say, you know, we need to save Georgia. We cannot allow Georgia to go that blue route, because if you haven't been to Atlanta lately, my brothers, they're 80 years old. They want to go to 2632 Memorial Drive where we lived as children. And I said, boys, there's only one way I would do it. And I have a friend who has a limo service. I said, if he would drive us down there and get us in and out of the city quickly, I am terrified of visiting Atlanta. Drive-by shootings, armed robberies in the middle of the day, murder on MARTA. There are so many things about Atlanta. I used to ride MARTA. I loved going downtown Atlanta shopping. I loved Lenox Square. Wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole now. Terrified of the city that I grew up in and I loved because of the crime.
Yeah.
And we cannot turn Georgia over to crime-ridden anything. And it's like that lady. I'm going to have to research her and find her commercial again. When I saw that there were 2 people supporting her and Fonnie Willis was one of them, I just laughed. I cackled. And I thought, I hope you did not pay for that commercial. We have got to look at the big picture, and the big picture is Georgia is strong. We are conservative. We are good, hard-working people, and we need to gather together, whether you voted Burt Jones, whether you voted for Humpty Dumpty. I don't care who you voted for. Let's gather together. We have until November to get our act together.
Like we did in the past election, the primary. Chris Carl's voters, y'all had to go somewhere else.
Right, and Chris Carl's, he's a great guy, and he came on board for Jackson.
He did.
Thank God.
He did.
Yes.
Well, I think that said something, because you look at Chris Carl. He's worked with the lieutenant governor for 4 years now. If you're not endorsing him, why? You know, and I think Brian Kemp, he waited so long. I think there was something, because Kemp said good things about Rick.
Yeah.
And I was for sure he was going to endorse Rick, but he endorsed Burt Jones. But there has to be a reason he took so long.
I had heard, I'll tell you offset what I had heard, but we're not going to discuss that today. But I will tell you, we have until November, so let's take a break from politics. Let's forget about it for a little bit. But we're going to share a song. Have we got something with Dwight in that red, white, and blue? Because we need to honor Mr. Ellijay. He's the true picture of America. He came from poverty. He's worked hard all of his life. They toted water from the spring. They washed their clothes in a wash tub. And this guy, who you know and love, made it because America is the greatest in the world. We are the greatest. And so today we celebrate America. And Mr. Ellijay, we're going to celebrate you just one more song.
Okay. It's a sad story.
That was a good one.
I'll do the intro. It's more fun if I do the intro. Yeah. Okay. There's a long line of morning coming down our street. Their fancy cars are such a sight to see. They're all of your rich friends that knew you in the city. And now they finally brought you back to me. The papers told of how you lost your life, of the party and the fatal crash that night. The race on the highway, the curve nobody seen. Now you're riding in that long black limousine. with a chauffeur at the wheel, dressed up so fine. I'll never love another. My heart and all my dreams ride with you in that long black limousine.
Yay.
Sad.
It's not. Now there's some party people in Gilmer County that when that man played that song, everywhere he played as a teenager, he started playing stuff here when he was 15 years old, has played all of his life. They would come up stage and say, play that and about the Cadillac again. And he said it wasn't a Cadillac, it was limousine. But he'd play it over and over. He's probably played that song 10 million times over and over, and everybody loves it. There's something about these mountains we love. There's something about America that we certainly love, and today we honor both. The mountains came through. We did well. Rick Jackson won. He didn't win by a big margin, but he won. And now it is time to gather the flock. Birds of a feather flock together. If you know somebody who's thinking, well, I'm a Democrat, but I really believe some of the conservative values I need to look at, talk to them. Talk to anybody you can. Pick up the phone and call and say, can you help us out in November? Because we're going to start today, and then we're going to just shut up for a while, and then in a month or so we'll get back on and we'll be talking politics because it's very important. Jesse won't hush. Jesse won't hush, but he won't hush. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for growing up and understanding the dynamics of our country. If we don't save it today, I truly believe if we let Atlanta go to the wolves, as it might go, I don't believe we'll ever recapture Atlanta. And if that person goes in as governor, Atlanta will be lost. Atlanta will be lost. Atlanta burned, the state of Georgia could possibly go through the same thing. It's not worth the risk. So please, please, please get your heart and get your soul into America. Go out today and buy yourself a flag, even if it's a small flag.
It's a beautiful flag. It's a beautiful flag. It's quite frankly the best flag in the world. Red, white, and blue.
Right.
Get out and vote.
Right. Get out and vote. Thank you for being with us today. Don't forget, go to YouTube, share our program with everybody, and look at Georgia and look at the example we set. We're a mighty fine place to live.
We are.
And we'd love for y'all to come and visit with us. We'll see you again soon. Bye, y'all.